There we go. Oh, right there.
Oh, dude.
Oh, that's the smooth dulcet tones.
Dude, that's the money right there. Okay, here we go.
All right.
Oh, no. Justin, I did a bad thing.
What'd you do?
I started this without even starting my phone.
Okay, well.
We have no sounds.
I guess we're just going to have to make our own sounds.
Okay, well, considering it is a week since we did the last podcast,
Entire week.
let's go ahead and we'll go into inning one.
Us? I don't remember the song. What does it do?
Us. This is us.
All right.
Dude, I'm good.
Yeah, me too.
I'm real good. Like, honestly, nothing to complain about.
Yeah, did you have anything happen this last week?
Absolutely, some of the best days of my entire life.
Right.
I opened the world premiere of my first play. Been working on it for 10 years. What the word father means. Thank you. Justin helped by pushing buttons.
Yeah, space bar a lot.
A lot of space bar. It's like he was working in a factory. And it was a overwhelming success, I feel like. I mean, we got probably 40 plus people at most shows.
Yeah.
People be crying. People be laughing. People be having a good time.
Yeah.
I felt as though people were touched by the Spirit of God, Justin. That's how I
agree.
felt.
Yeah, no, I think people really enjoyed it.
And as an atheist, that's a lot saying that you think people were touched by the Spirit.
I'm an agnostic.
Oh, you just think so God?
I think the Spirit might be touching people.
But honestly, it's a Michael Jackson situation.
Right.
Where it's like, maybe there's some touching going on.
Yeah.
But probably not.
But could I prove it in the court of law? No.
No, there's zero way.
Yeah.
There's zero way.
Oh, boy. What
Yeah.
have we done?
I think that's my phone because it's just turning on.
But it does remind me that my phone is on.
And, Justin, what's up with you? How are you?
So, in the last week, because that's how long it's been,
Yup, 1 week.
as the Bare Naked Ladies once sang.
1 week.
Yeah, that's the one.
I'm the Bare Naked Ladies.
No, I went to Salt Lake and did an improv comedy festival, and that was extremely fun.
Absolutely. Wasatch is what it's called, correct?
Wasatch Improv Festival in Midvale, Utah.
Okay.
Basically Salt Lake.
A lot of sounds going on. It's all right. We're going to keep going through, Justin.
Oh, yeah. No, it was the computer snapping. They're like, yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Good old AI snap.
But yeah, no, I finally felt like I belonged at one of these festivals. I did a good enough set where I was like, okay, I am good enough to perform at these places.
Yeah. Good, man. What did you guys up doing?
We did Dance Monster Sunday.
That's right. That's the one that I need to still see.
It's it's just regular old improv, but it's me and Daniel and Tiffany, my sister.
What do you mean it's regular old improv?
We just do a montage.
You just call it Dance Monster Sunday?
Yeah, because we were trying to form teams and stuff years ago, and we were like, the three of us wanted to do a team. Like, what do we call ourselves? And Daniel's initials are DMS, and so we just Dance Monster Sunday. There we are.
Perfect.
That's the name of our group now.
Is there any dancing that happens?
No, there's no monsters. There's no Sundays.
Perfect.
The name means absolutely nothing.
That's amazing. DMS, baby.
Right.
Shout out to Daniel Michelangelo Sheldon.
Yeah.
We're going to move on now to inning 2. Luckily, we got this great accompanist back.
Yes.
Frank.
Thank you, Frank.
We pay him weekly.
F's in the chat for Frank.
F's in the... Phelan Frank. Phelan, Flounder, and Frank.
Yes.
It's going to be you. This is for every person out here who listens to this show. All 2 million of you.
Right.
You can send anything to us. Poems, speeches, videos you want us to play. Your inner thoughts.
Yeah, we've updated our servers to handle the increased load of things coming in, so you can send them back in. All the problems with things not getting through because it was too busy, those have been taken care of.
Yeah. We had a big issue with spam.
Yeah.
Things were ending up in the spam email. crackerjokespod@gmail.com. Frank, thankfully, is taking over that department as well. We just got to trust him at this point.
Yeah.
But speaking of you, Justin, we have talked about an idea off camera
Okay.
that I would like to start implementing that will also affect the audience, so I think it's good to put it in this section.
Right, I like that we didn't talk about this before we started,
Yep.
though, so I have no idea what's coming.
This is improv, baby.
Yep.
And this is our rule book.
All right.
You and I both are about to come up with a rule.
Okay.
Now, luckily, I have thought of my rule before, and it has to do with the episode today.
Okay.
My rule is called the Tanner Morton rule.
Okay.
And this is for every time that we think something on this podcast gets too boring, and we do a thing called cribbage explosion. And at any moment, one of us can just announce it's too boring, and we just say cribbage explosion, and the whole game goes out the window, and we just now have to play a game of full cribbage.
A full game of cribbage?
A full game of cribbage.
That's going to take like a half an hour.
I know. I know.
All right, so hopefully nothing gets boring.
Well, my rule is specifically for if Tanner ever guest stars on here, we have to do a cribbage explosion.
We should just be playing cribbage the whole time anyway, just to watch how pissed off he gets.
Just like over the episode.
I've never seen somebody that hated a game more than he hates cribbage.
Okay, I'm just going to write Tanner Morton rule down first.
Okay.
And then I'll fill in the rest later. But I announced it. Do you agree?
I agree, yeah.
Okay. The commission is in. He agrees. Okay, that's the first rule ever in the Cracker Jokes rule book.
All right, we have a rule.
We have one rule. Do you have a rule?
Of course I do.
Yes.
If we ever feel, and this is another rule for the podcast, of course.
Of course, always.
If we ever feel that someone is getting too vulgar, the other person can pound their chest twice, point to the sky, and say, "Praise be."
Praise be. Okay. What's the name of this rule?
This is called the Praise Be rule.
Praise be rule.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to put it as one word.
Yeah.
Like Praisbee.
Yeah.
Praise be. And does that mean that there's no more swearing in the rest of the episode?
No, it just means we've acknowledged it.
Okay. Okay.
It's not a very, the rule doesn't have a whole lot of consequence to it, but it's a fun thing we can do.
So we have the Tanner Morton rule,
Yeah.
the Praise be rule.
Yeah.
All right. That's you. Here we go. Guess who? Inning 3. This is inning 3. Guess who? This is the game where Justin and I both have 1 minute to ask yes or no questions about a historical figure, a entertainer, really any person at all that may be in the public sphere of things. Justin,
Somebody that we at least, both of us know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, most likely will know.
Yeah.
Now, I did pick Abigail Adams last time.
I have at least heard of Abigail Adams. So.
True.
Yeah.
But I did get some questions wrong. Currently, we are 2 for 4.
50%.
We are 50%. We are playing this game today to see if we're any good at it at all, honestly.
Okay.
Do you have a phone on you, possibly?
I do.
Perfect. We will need a timer.
We're doing 1 minute?
One. I think we should keep doing a minute until we get good at it, and then try to, narrow it down.
At least a minute.
Yeah, to be honest. Well, I think a minute is good because the first episode, we got both of them right, somehow.
Yeah.
And then last episode, we got both of them wrong. So.
Well, and there's a game show called Minute to Win It, and I would not ever think that they would not understand how much time someone needs to win it.
Yeah.
So we have to go off of their lead.
Absolutely. I think you can win anything in a minute, to be honest. Mm-hmm. So, do you have a person in mind?
I do.
Okay. I will start.
Are you ready?
Not really, but yeah.
All right, here you go, and begin.
Is this person a man?
Yes.
Are they alive today?
Yes.
Are they white?
Yes.
Are they an entertainer?
Yes.
Are they a musician?
No.
Are they an actor?
Sometimes.
Are they a comedian?
Yes.
Are they a stand-up comedian?
No.
Are they an improv comedian?
Yes.
Are they on television?
No.
Are they one of, arguably in your mind, the best improv comedians alive today?
Yes.
If you put together their names, is it M and S?
No.
No, shit. They're a white guy. They're an improv comic. They're alive today. Mm-hmm. Do they have a Netflix special?
No.
They don't have a Netflix special? Oh, no. Are they in movies?
No.
Are they... Oh, God, Justin, what is happening? And they're alive?
Mm-hmm.
Are they like podcasts?
Yes.
Are Are their initials PFT?
Nope. Time's up.
No? Oh, no. I for sure thought it was Paul F. Tompkins.
The answer was... I did a big old cheat. The answer was Justin Briscoe.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
I need to check the computer, too.
When you said entertainer, I was like, oh, this is going to lead to only famous people. Uh-oh.
Okay.
All right, I'll think of a good one.
No. I think that's good. Because I think you'll get mine.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Is your person a man?
Yes.
Is your person entertainer?
Yep.
Are they a comedian?
Uh-huh.
Stand-up comedian?
Uh-huh.
Are they relevant today?
Yes.
Is it John Mulaney?
No.
Okay. Were they on Saturday Night Live?
Maybe.
Okay.
No, not like a cast member.
Okay. Are they in movies?
Yeah, some. Not really, though.
Have they done anything recently to get into the news?
No.
Are they older than 50?
Yeah.
Okay. Are they still alive?
Yes, they're around 50.
Okay. My mind is so blank. Have they been in a movie recently?
No.
Are they on TV?
No. Oh, yes, it's a game show host.
Okay.
I'll give you a hint.
Oh boy. All right. I have no. Okay. Here we go. I got one guess. Is it Jerry Seinfeld?
No.
We're bad at this game.
It's Howie Mandel.
That was my other guess.
Yeah,
No.
dude. Yeah,
I was like,
dude.
it won't be Howie. Howie's too cheesy.
You said Minute to Win It,
Yeah.
and my pick went from Rosa Parks to Howie Mandel real
I
quick.
should have stuck with Howie Mandel.
Yeah. Game show host I thought was a big hint.
It was.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Jerry Seinfeld hosts any game shows. But,
No.
but I was like, he's old, he's alive.
Yeah. Well, we're 2 for 6 now. I think we might need to take a break next week on this game.
Yeah, or maybe I don't do somebody that's sitting in the room.
That may also help, to be honest. All right, we're going to Edu 4. Here we go.
All right.
We suck at that game.
It's a hard game.
It is a hard game. I stole that game from another podcast, and they seem to get the person a lot, and they only give themselves like 30 seconds.
My problem the whole time is like I'm thinking of questions. I'm not narrowing anything down in my head.
Yeah, it's a tricky game to
Right.
like try to dual think of like asking questions and then like getting categories.
I
Guess
think
who, man?
especially when you do the minute, because if you do 20 questions, it's like okay, each question can be really. Anyway, we're not gonna break down. If I continue this line of conversation, we're gonna be playing cribbage.
Yeah. Don't let that explosion happen, baby. Okay, we're gonna draft. Today we're going to draft greatest athletes of all time.
Yeah.
I don't remember who went first in the last draft, but Justin, because you are the guest in my house and you are my best friend in the world.
And confidant.
And secret betrothed lover.
Yes.
I will let you go first.
All right. The best athlete. Well, I guess my favorite. I guess, yeah, whatever athlete I want on my team is what we're looking at here. I'm going to go with... All right, because I'm taking somebody for his prime. We're going with Bo Jackson.
Okay. Yep. Bo is who I also thought of originally.
He completely destroyed his poor hip, but before that, greatest athlete ever.
Yeah, and I mean to be an all-star in 2 different sports.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
it's insane.
Pretty amazing. My first athlete is going to be the greatest of athletes of all time, Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
Man, absolutely transcended sports into the mainstream.
Oh yeah. Muhammad Ali's a great one. All right, we're gonna go.
And how do you do poetry as a boxer?
You do whatever you want when you can knock somebody out without ever getting touched.
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I mean the guy could talk. He had some charisma about him. All right, my second pick is going to be. I hate him because he's a complete jerk. But boy, can he play basketball. Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Like, if you're in an athletic contest, that guy will not let you lose. You're going to hate your life, but you're going to win.
And it's hard to make kids in the ghetto care more about shoes than food, you know?
No.
So, Jordan's absolutely took over the game. Arguably the greatest basketball player of all time.
There's an argument to be had.
There's an argument. So he is a bit shaky on my list.
Sure.
Because I'm going to take one of the greatest, inarguably the greatest athlete in his category, Wayne Gretzky.
Oh, yes.
The great one.
Yeah, ridiculous. By far, if you haven't looked up Wayne Gretzky's stats, go do it, because everybody else on the list is so far, like the second place person is so far behind him.
Yeah.
It's like it was a whole different person playing hockey.
Literally nicknamed the great one.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, because there is just no debate about it.
Yeah. By far the best at his sport. Yeah. So I'm going to go the same direction. Somebody who absolutely dominated their sport. Michael Phelps.
Yeah, Michael Phelps.
Nobody came close.
I mean, when you have more gold medals than countries have gold medals,
right.
That is an amazing feat.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're doing all of it high. You're doing all of it on, like, stoned out of your mind.
Right, yeah.
Beautiful. Michael Phelps. I'm going to take the same. I'm going to take someone who inarguably is the greatest player in their sport. Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. Give me Tom Brady at the 3 spot.
Boo.
More Super Bowls than any franchise ever.
Yeah, but not because of him. It was because of...
You think it was because of Bill Belichick?
No, we'll say David Patton.
Who is David Patton?
He's an old receiver they used to have.
No. It's because of Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr.
It's because of Robert Edwards. All right. My 4th pick.
Wes Welker.
I'm staying in the Olympics. Usain Bolt.
Wow. This man takes the fastest man alive.
Now, on Earth or in the sea, we will win the race.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to take the greatest athletic being I have ever seen in my entire life.
Okay.
A man who defies physics.
Oh, this is going to be great.
A man who absolutely can bounce from the floor to the moon, even if he weighs more than anyone you've ever seen. I'm taking Chris Farley.
Oh, yeah. Watch the Chippendale sketch. You'll see.
Chris Farley is an absolute athletic monster.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, even in the scenes of you're going to live in a van down by the river, like his ability to fall and get back up, and the Chippendale scene, the man was an absolute beast.
Yep, I'll give it to you.
So Justin's team, Bo Jackson, Michael Jordan, who's an asshole, Michael Phelps, who's a stoner, and Usain Bolt, who probably also a stoner. Jamaica. Right. Chandler's team, Muhammad Ali, Wayne Gretzky, Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr., and the late, great Chris Farley.
Can we also say that Tom Brady's probably an asshole, too?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. My mom actually used to cut a guy who... cut a guy, yeah.
She used to cut a dude?
She's just straight up, dude. Prison times, real bad for my mom.
Right.
She used to cut a hair of the guy who used to play on the Patriots.
Okay.
And he said that Brady was a real dick.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you were like a receiver or like a lineman, like someone who he needed to succeed, Brady was a real dick.
You know who's better than him in college?
A lot of people.
Drew Henson.
Is that the guy who started above him at Michigan?
Yeah.
What did Drew Henson ever do? Just be a backup in the NFL for a few years?
Yeah, he played for the Cowboys for a bit. It was not good.
Yeah. And then, Brady went on to be the greatest football player.
I think Drew Henson ended up playing some baseball, too. But not a real star in either one.
Because he sucks at football.
Yeah. Well, he's really good at football, just sucks at the NFL.
Yeah. Well, he was good at football in the 90s. It's not the same.
Right.
Inning 5, we got over-under. Justin and I pulled all of the spam email submissions that we had for this game.
Yeah.
So we're going to pick 3 to 4 topics, say if they're overrated or underrated, out of the Aries mug. Go ahead and Vanna White this, Justin. Because we are both Aries, we have this mug. So we will be picking from this. And I'll go first since you drafted first.
Yep.
and I'm going to get a good submission in here. And this submission is from Kitty Cat 29.
Okay.
And Kitty Cat 29's submission is Swiss cheese.
All right.
Overrated or underrated?
You want me to start this one off?
Yes.
Swiss cheese is overrated.
No.
There's no flavor to it.
You're wrong.
There's consistency, but no flavor. It just tastes like plastic. It tastes a little bit better than plastic. No, Swiss cheese overrated. The Swiss can have it.
And they should continue to have it and give it to everybody else. There's nothing I like better than a cheese, Justin, that isn't all the way there. We got parts of this cheese that aren't cheese.
We don't know where it is.
We don't know where it went because it's probably partying on the weekends.
Yes.
And it does have a flavor. It's a mild flavor. It's not a
mild.
yellow flavor. It's a white flavor.
I will say it does melt well on a mushroom burger.
Yeah, there's nothing better than sautéed mushrooms, Swiss cheese, and a good burger.
And melted, I will give it to you. It's a good cheese melted, but cold, it's a gross cheese.
Dude, give me a ham and Swiss, non-toasted. I'll take that above any cold sandwich.
Give me some cheddar. I think that's the only other one. No, pepper jack. Pepper jack's the cheese.
Pepper jack is the cheese.
Yeah.
But if we're just going to talk
Right,
about what
we're just
people
talking
think
about-
about Swiss cheese,
Right,
it is vastly underrated.
But Swiss cheese is such a bad cheese that people use it to explain what a bad argument is. Says your argument is like Swiss cheese. It has so many holes in it. It's because of the bad cheese, not because of the holes.
If you're a douche, you say that.
Well,
Yeah, and you know what douches are? They're overrated. They're overrated, and they're using metaphors for Swiss cheese to try to keep the Swiss cheese down, man.
all right, moving on. This argument could go all night.
Oh, I'll argue to the deaths about Swiss cheese.
All right, this one comes to us from MC Hammer at hammerpants.nuke. I don't know what that is. The word is trucks.
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 Now, we may be disagreeing a lot on this episode. Okay.
Yeah.
Trucks, I actually think, are slightly underrated.
Okay.
Here's my argument with this. If MC Hammer at hammerpants.nuke,
Yeah.
which I think is like...
Probably the MC Hammer.
Absolutely. But .nuke I think is heard like it's like a scandalous website.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not really sure. Is if it said big trucks, I'd say really overrated.
Yes. Yeah.
But trucks in general, having a good car through snow, especially in the climate we live, slightly underrated.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I'm going to go slightly overrated because of the big truck and the asshole factor.
Yes.
Because there are so many, mostly dudes, with just like these 3/4 ton diesels.
Yep.
And they don't use them for anything. Now, if you have one of these huge campers, it's basically a mansion on wheels, and you need that, so be it.
Right.
But they have these giant trucks, and they're scared to get scratches on them. If you have a truck, you should be more than willing to get some scratches on it.
Why else would you have a truck?
Right, exactly.
You know?
It's built to get scratches on it. So I agree, most trucks, great, utilitarian. Your buddy needs to move a couch, you can go help him out. But these giant trucks that people don't use for anything other than to show how much they wish they had a bigger penis,
Yeah.
those are the ones.
Nothing, like, I feel like it's just like a human thing too. Like when a big truck goes by, you're just like, you suck. Like even if you don't have a small dick or whatever,
Right,
like
yeah.
you just,
They probably have normal sized dicks.
who knows? You know, I do believe yeah. Hey, 5 inches is enough, okay? It's just like, it's like, man, you got your fucking, your tool.
Yeah.
Okay, this comes to us from, hello, my name is Pickles.
Oh yeah, that's Pickles.
Yeah, you know Pickles?
I don't know Pickles, but the handwriting was a little weird on there, but yeah, it is Pickles.
Yeah, hello, my name is Pickles.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting enough, it's not pickles, it's hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
Yeah,
All right.
hot dogs.
Hot dogs are, wait for it, underrated. Because when they're at their best, damn, they're tasty. Now, here's the thing, is if we're sitting at home and I'm thinking about eating a hot dog, no, it's not a good food. But if I'm at a ball game, nothing tastes better than a hot dog. And the science can't explain this phenomenon.
No.
But the hot dog at the right place, at a camp or a cookout, hot dogs all of a sudden become fantastic. So, because of how great they are when they are great, I'm going to say they are underrated.
I agree. I don't think there's a better summertime food.
Yeah.
I think hot dogs are the food to have in the summer.
Yeah.
A hot, just
a hot
dog. Pork wrapped or casketed in whatever, cased in something.
Oh, you got to get the beef hot dog, the all beef.
Oh, you could do beef. I think you could do pork. You could do beef. I've even had some chicken hot dogs that are pretty good. Mm-hmm. Anything that's long and tubular, that's just hot and doggish, with just cold, mustard and ketchup or relish, if that's what you want.
Oh, yeah, if you're a weirdo.
Now, in the winter, chili dogs are where to go, I think.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Because you want some hot food. But as far as hot dogs themselves go, I would agree.
Because you get nice hot meat with some cold condiments.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's nothing better. That, some watermelon. Dude, that's summer, man.
Do you think anybody could have predicted us two would like hot dogs?
Man, right. we look like hot dogs.
We are long and tubular. All right, here we go. I think this is the last one. All right, this one is brought to us by Jeremy P. No at this time.
Okay, thank you, Jeremy.
Babies. Babies, man.
Like, what do you think Jeremy meant by babies? Like newborns?
We're talking can't walk around babies, I bet.
Ooh. But not even crawling babies, just like laying babies.
Maybe the beginning stages of crawling.
Okay.
Like they're starting to army crawl a little bit.
I think they're overrated. I think the babies, people become cool when they can walk around and you can push them and they can't die. Until then, they're just assholes, dude.
Yeah.
And they can be cute, but when that fucking baby's keeping you up all night crying and shit, there's nothing you're gonna want more than to push that kid over.
Yeah.
And you can't.
No, you can't because they'll die.
Yeah, well, it would also be child abuse, but
yeah. How about you get some neck muscles, and then we'll talk.
Yeah, straight up. I mean, like, if I can hold the baby and it can hold its head up and whatever, and keep itself cool.
Yeah.
But still, I just know you're still sucking tits, getting milk, and having tummy time, dude.
Having tummy time.
Yeah,
I got to agree. I'm going overrated. Newborn babies are not cute.
Yeah, straight out are not cute.
They look like aliens. And people are like, look how cute. I'm like, it's not cute.
Yeah.
That thing looks so scary.
Honestly, interdimensional.
Yeah, and I know they're going to get cute, but that's when they get cool. Once they're up walking around, they're starting to say things. Mm-hmm. They're starting to have a personality. Like, toddlers are cool.
Cool.
Yeah. Babies, overrated. They just cry, they poop, they pee, they puke on you, and people don't expect you to get mad at them.
Yeah. Disrespect.
If I puke on somebody, everybody freaks out.
Honestly, that should be a rule on the podcast. Right. I can puke on whoever I want to puke on.
Right.
If a baby can do it.
If babies can do it, we can do it.
We can do it. Yeah. Yep. 100%. All right. That's babies.
Yeah.
Over under. This isn't going to work, but we have to do it.
Hey.
Kind of works. Okay, we're going to do inning 6. We're going to do something a little different here. In respect and in honor of Tanner Morton, Justin and I are going to do two-hand cribbage, where we just play 2 hands of cribbage, we keep score, we talk some bullshit, and
I try to remember the rules.
And Justin tries to remember the rules, and we move on.
15 and 21, I think.
15 and 21, and not 21, 31.
15 and 31. Okay.
Yep. And we each get 5 cards. You discard 1. I put 2 in the crib. And then we play. and I will tally the back of this, even though it's already used for past episodes.
This will be extremely good video and audio of us playing cards.
Yeah, well, you know what, Justin? Playing cards is not. There's nothing better with your friends than to play cards and hang out and talk shit. If only we had whiskey. If we were at the whiskey bar. Whiskey.
Yeah.
You want to cut real quick? We're gonna cut this card.
Cards have been cut.
And it is a 6.
All right.
That's good for me.
Okay. Why?
Because I have a 7 and a 5.
Okay.
So I get a run.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Who plays first? What do we do here?
You play first.
I have to play. Now the 6 doesn't matter for this, right?
No, you just start playing.
Okay. Wait, you told me what you had.
Yeah, it's good. 7. I get 14 for 2. That's a pair.
Yeah.
If you have an ace, you can make 15.
I certainly don't have an ace. I can do this though.
24.
Yeah, that's right. 24.
29. Do you have a 2 or less?
Pass.
31 for 2. Goes back to you.
All right, I'm gonna go all the way up to 16.
Just 10. We're just starting it.
Yeah, I'm going all the way up to 10.
3. 13. 21. You get last card.
Yep.
Okay. And now you count this card with your hand.
That's what I got.
15 for 2. And then you got to run for 3. That's 5.
Yep.
And then that's it.
Yeah, I have a crap hand.
Cool. You can start shuffling.
Every day.
Do you think this is the best idea that I've ever had?
Tanner Morton would be so happy to be watching this right now.
Honestly, we should invite him right now.
Yeah.
I got
Tanner, let's live stream this to you.
run for 2, or run for 3, and then I have a 2 and a 3, which makes 5, and then I don't really have anything else.
Do you think this shuffling sounds great on the microphone?
I think that it adds a level of ambiance that honestly our listeners have been begging for months.
Yeah.
So if there's not already enough happening on the podcast, then
yeah,
it might be like ASMR, you know? Like I know people like that.
Isn't that what Russia used to be called?
I think that's the UAE.
Okay. United Arab Emirates.
Yeah. They are Arab, or not Arab, but they're definitely Muslim. 2 for 2, 15 for 2, 15 for 4, pair for 6, and then this is 5, and that just makes nothing. So.
Right. So you're winning by 3 points, I think, and that's it, and no more than that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6 points. And I have 13.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But you have the next crib in this game of 2-hand cribbage, so anything can happen, Justin. It's a quick game.
Anything can happen. What happens if cribbage gets too boring? Then we have to play more cribbage?
We just have to start over.
Right.
We have to just continue playing cribbage.
There we go.
I really want it because I want to, like, if there's anyone who I enjoy making mad, like, I like making Tanner mad. Yeah. I like making Daniel mad.
Yeah, there are some people, yeah.
Just to, like, be like, in the back pocket, just be like, yeah, I'm going to fuck with this person.
Yeah, I think that's fair. All right. Put that in my crib.
The cut card is a 7.
Okay.
It's not bad for me. It's pretty good.
All right.
And I'm going to play a 6.
I'm going to play a 3.
4, 9. And then we go 14.
And then we go 15 for 2.
Ooh, we got 2 points. And then we go 9 for 24.
And we'll go 4 for 28.
And I'll go.
29.
And Justin gets a point. And then I play a 7, and I also get a point.
All right.
And I got a shit ton of points.
Yeah.
I got
yeah, it sure looks
a
like
run
it.
for 3. I got a run for 6. I got a pair for 8. And then I got 15 for 10.
All right. I think I've got 15 for 1. And then bring this bad boy in to make another 15 for 2. And I think, and then, is it 1 point for a pair or is it 2?
2.
So 4 points?
Yep.
4 points for me, please.
Yeah, there you go.
And then we'll see what we got here, which is nothing. 2 points.
Yeah, 15 for 2.
Oh, wait, you have 2.
15 for 2.
4. 4
yeah,
points.
pair for 4. Yeah.
Pretty sure
and that's it.
Yeah. I think I won,
1,
so
2,
we'll move
3,
on.
4.
It looks like you have more little tally marks than I do, but I can't be sure.
And I think the game is called You Win.
Yeah.
So I think both of us would win because if we both said it.
I think whichever one of us won, the audience lost. Take that, Tanner Morton.
AKA Justin also hates this game.
No, I like it. I could see her play it for an hour, but I don't think it would be super great for watching.
No, and it's just,
Especially when they can't see the cards, though they can hear us saying what's on there.
Yeah. It would be cool if we got like
We'll
a
get
down,
an overhead cam.
down shot.
This will become a cribbage cast.
Yeah. I wonder if those exist. There's
got to be one.
There has to be.
Yeah.
I'll look it up. We'll shout them out in the next episode.
Right.
Are you ready for this stretch?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. And I'm going to move to the other microphone. I'm going to edit it out. And the next time you'll see me and Justin, we'll be standing. And here we go. And we're back.
Hello. I don't have any headphones. Everything sounds less.
Yeah, I see you. Okay, Justin.
Let's get a 7th inning stretch topic.
This 7th inning stretch topic comes from JJ the Giant Bookworm.
Oh, J.J. Abrams.
Oh, yeah. Does he love books?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, interesting.
And he looks a little bit like a worm.
Oh, and this is also a .nuke.
Oh,
so that's
yeah,
definitely
this-
J.J.
yeah,
Abrams.
this is definitely J.J.,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure. I mean, MC, J.J.
Yeah.
They run in the
Yeah,
same
together,
circles.
yeah.
And the submission is sour worms.
I assume we're talking about sour gummy worms here, not just really angry earthworms.
Honestly, it might be J.J. Abrams' next film to do a giant.
Yeah, he's trying to get a plug in on our podcast without paying for it.
Yeah, you seen the previews for this show?
I have. It's interesting. I didn't know they would take a candy and turn it into a movie, but if they did it with Barbie,
Yeah.
they did it with Battleship.
Yep.
They've done it with quite a few games. Why not move to candies? Trolls.
True.
Yeah.
And
So-
honestly, sour worms is an iconic candy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it argues that it should have its own movie.
No, I don't think it should. I think there are better snacks out there that deserve movies.
Yep.
Like chocolate-covered cinnamon bears. How did they get covered in chocolate? What mischief were they up to that got them covered in chocolate? We don't know, but that's why we need a movie to find out.
Yeah.
But sour worms, they probably just started out sour. So can we really explore that very much?
We could explore a bit of the sourness, and if there's one thing I know about JJ,
Yeah.
it's that he does find every nook
Yeah,
and
that's true.
cranny to explore in the movie. So maybe we could get the different levels of sourness. Maybe
Right.
we could find out if there was something in the worm's past, their parents' past, that made them sour.
Well, maybe the main character is going to be a regular old gummy worm.
Ooh.
And he has to find his way forward in a sour society.
Ooh.
So he's going to be happy while the other ones are just sour pusses.
Yeah.
When's the last time you heard somebody say the word sour puss?
Not in a long time. You must be my grandparents. And you know what's interesting I heard about this movie too is they're actually traveling to the different sour realms.
Right.
Like the different brands are going to be the different worlds of the sourness.
Right, because we know there's if you eat, say, like an atomic sour warhead, that's a whole different brand of sour than like a sour Skittle.
Yeah.
A sour Skittle's on a much more, sour Skittles are like the Swiss cheese of the sour world. It's a much more mild sourness.
Yeah, whereas like the warheads are going to be, probably like barbaric, I'm presuming.
They're going to be wandering tribes,
Yep.
for sure.
Yep. And then you have the atomic waste, right?
Oh, yeah,
Which are
yeah.
like the offshoot, and that's probably like the swamps
Right.
around where everyone develops the sourness. But the sour worm world, I think, is where the majority of the movie's happening.
And I think you got to be careful because we got Dune 2 coming out. with those giant worms, and you want to make sure that you distance yourself. Like 2 worm movies in close enough proximity, you're going to cannibalize the audience.
Yeah.
So
And then
you gotta be
Wormhole's
careful.
coming out next year too, so
Yeah.
and that's a sci-fi worm movie about a
Right.
Dr. Worm that travels between different dimensions.
And then there's the Dr. Worm biopic,
which
who
is
he's not actually a doctor, but he is a real worm. He's an actual worm.
and he likes to play the drums.
He does. He thinks he's getting better at the drums.
He does think he's getting better. He thinks
So-
he's actually thinks he's getting pretty good.
Yeah, right. So I can't wait for that one.
That's
So, we got
honestly,
a lot of worm content coming out,
which I also think.
and then the Dennis Rodman documentary. For anyone who doesn't know, his nickname was the Worm.
Oh, that's a clip. Clip it. I think that's good on sour worms. You think?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah, cool. All right, and we're gonna go again. Inning 8. This is inning 8. This is a 2-out rally. If I had a cap on, I would wear it, but unfortunately I don't. This is something that Justin and I both want to bring back, and I told Justin to think about something before the podcast. I unfortunately did not. Justin, did you?
No, I absolutely didn't.
Yeah,
think
you
about
didn't
it.
either.
But we can.
We figured it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is something that you want to bring back in the world?
Now I'm worried that if something's going to come to my mind that we already talked about in previous episodes up to 4 weeks ago.
I think you can continue on to bring it back.
Like 80s style kids adventure movies.
Oh, yeah, I don't think you brought that up.
All right, so we got like The Goonies,
Stand By Me,
E.T., Stand By Me.
Sandlot.
We did get a little bit of one with, I think It was a little bit that way, like a horror adventure movie.
Okay.
But I think those movies, and you know what? I say this, Stranger Things is exactly that. But I just liked having those. They were good adventure movies that kids could actually watch.
Yeah.
And I probably just because I loved them so much when I was a kid, so I don't know how much I'd love them now.
Dude, Stand By Me is my favorite movie.
Stand By Me is great.
It's a great film.
Like, I love a good coming of age movie, even as an adult. You ever seen? I'm doing a bunch of horror movies. You ever seen the movie Let the Right One In?
No.
It's a Swedish vampire movie that's also a coming of age movie. It's very interesting. Pretty dark, very dark, but it's a good movie.
Is it like Twilight in Sweden?
No, it's much more dark.
Twilight, also coming of age.
Yeah.
Vampire movie.
A little bit.
I've never watched them, so I'm just
Twilight's very much wish fulfillment for pick-me girls. Oh boy, I could get murdered for saying something like this.
Well, I was just about to say I like pick-me girls.
I mean, they do want to be picked, which is nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'll do the picking.
No,
because I also want to be.
The whole thing was based on the author having a dream and then writing the whole series out. So it's just very much like what if I was super special to this immortal being?
Are you saying that she's a pick-me girl, Justin?
She might be. I don't know. She put herself in the movie.
We have to stop with the misogynistic jokes on here.
You're right.
That was weird.
They stopped.
They did stop. Well, I'm gonna move on.
Is that a misogynistic thing?
I don't know.
If it is, I apologize.
I'm sorry.
I barely know the thing because I'm too old and it came about long after I was grown.
I never watched them, so I was just trying to make a joke originally.
I meant the term "pick me girl." I don't know.
Oh well, yeah, that's derogatory for sure. I mean, yeah, it's pretty derogatory.
I knew it was derogatory, but I was like, is it misogynistic? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something I want to bring back
Yeah.
is just 70s singer-songwriter music.
Like Karen Carpenter.
Like Jim Croce.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Or like James Taylor. People like this.
What about Simon and Garfunkel?
Yeah, Simon and Garfunkel.
All right.
Like, you know how I've been listening to a lot recently, man, is Jelly Roll.
Okay.
I've been listening to a lot of Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
And that's some of his favorite music is
Yeah.
like that style of music. And
Yeah, I really dig that stuff. Yeah.
yeah, and it's just, songs that want to tell a story, that it's people who, Jelly Roll's a great singer, but those people, Jim Croce, honestly, not really the world's greatest singer.
Yeah.
But dude knew how to tell a story through song, and like you could hear the the lives they've lived in their voices.
Bob Dylan would be the same way.
Bob Dylan, most of his music, absolute trash. He does have absolute bangers, though.
Right, yeah.
Or, like, I think, who's the lady who sounds like she has? Janis Joplin.
Yeah.
You know? And I think she might be a little later than the 70s. I'm not sure. I think she's around that time, though,
70s,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, like, you can hear the pain in that lady's voice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I like good emotional music. 'Cause, like, because I don't do deep dives into music, all I get is the radio.
Yeah.
And the radio is all the dance stuff. So it's not that it's bad. It's just you're not getting a lot of emotion out of it.
Absolutely not.
So, yeah, the good old-fashioned, I'm going to tell you a story music would be nice to have back.
Yeah, man, we both want to bring things that are 40 years old back. So these are times, I mean, you lived sometime in the 80s,
I lived
late 80s.
8 years in the 80s.
Oh, yeah, you're early 80s, huh, aren't you?
I'm an 82 boy.
82, yeah. Do you remember, like, those movies coming out, like Goonies and stuff?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I don't remember watching it in the theater. I remember watching The Land Before Time in the theater and bawling my eyes out.
Dude, I love that movie.
Or I watched Big with Tom Hanks in the theater.
Jeez. Man, Justin, sometimes you got to tell me things like this to understand where you come from.
Yeah, I was alive a long time ago.
That's crazy. You watched Big in the theaters, dude.
Like, think about this, right? I'm far enough away from the day I was born. The day I was born, that same amount of time would be back in World War II.
Yeah. I told that to my sister because my sister's the same age as you.
Yeah, okay.
And it took everyone a minute.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, Cherish, if you ever feel old, just remember, if you go back in the same time from when you were born now, you'd be in World War II.
Right.
And everyone was like, wait.
It is true.
What? And I was like, yeah, that is crazy.
For all the, like, 20-somethings that listen to this, I think it's like, what did we figure out? It was about little over 1 million, or between 20 and 30.
Yeah, listeners that we have? Yeah. We have a young demographic.
Life comes at you very fast. All of a sudden, things happened 30 years ago that felt like they happened about 2 years ago. So get ready for that as you get older.
Well, I even thought in 2030, man. I was like thinking today about 2030, and I'll be 32 in 2030. And I'll be thinking about like 2014. And then thinking about 2014 is 16 years before that.
Right.
And 2030 is 6 years away.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Wild. We're bringing things back, though.
Here we go.
Inning 9. We're going to wrap this thing up. We've kept you here for approximately a little over 50 minutes. And we got to wrap it up, honestly. So we're going to tag this thing up. Justin.
Much like Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
We really need to start wrapping it up.
Yeah.
Don't worry, if he gets mad, we got JJ and MC Hammer to back us up.
Yeah, I do think Nick Cannon, he owns Nuke. He owns .Nuke.
He does, yeah.
So
we're going to have the whole .Nuke crowd on us after this.
If we already do. They're sending in information. I would not be surprised if Nick Cannon's submissions are in this Aries Cup.
Yeah.
This episode should be called Nuke.com.
Nuke.com. This episode should be called Worms Are Good Whether They're Sour or Not.
Gummy worm in a sour world.
Yes, I love it. I think you just nailed it right there. Gummy worm. Don't we all sometimes feel like a gummy worm in a sour world? Oh, that's poetry. I know you were already a poet, but now you've cemented yourself in the annals of history.
We're ending there. Thank you, everybody, so much. This is Cracker Jokes.